So we are having a second cup of coffee conversation with Brian Crump, and Brian is with CANHelp in Sulphur Springs. And by the way, this is one of the conversations lately that we're having by Skype. Uh, you have we're going to talk briefly before we're done about the Blue Santa program, but primarily we're talking about your coat drive, which has already begun. Is that right, Brian?
That's exactly right, John. So thanks so much for having me, and love to talk about the code drive. One of the things that's interesting about CANHelp is we're really driven by needs of the community, and so we get contacted around the fall by the school districts and others saying, hey, if you guys have any coats that could fit some of our students that are in need as it gets cold, then if you could pass them along to us. And so we took that and just said, hey, let's just throw this out to the community and have a coat drive, and then we'll sort through all those coats and then turn around and repartner back with the school districts all throughout Hopkins County, and just say, if you have any need, let me know, and we'll bring you the coats and that sort of thing.
So it's primarily for children?
I mean, well, yes and no. I mean, it started that way. Let me just say it started that way. But we have folks that come through our doors of all ages and sizes that are in need. And so we have a big storage closet in the back, and we don't when all the all the coats we collect, we sort them by size. So when someone comes in, we can say, hey, here's a couple of these that are different weights and different sizes. So we do adults as well.
And this has been going on for several years, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been going on for several years, and it's one of those great things that I inherited from great directors that were before me that really helped to meet the needs in our community.
So this can be any kind of coat, I guess, light jackets, heavy coats, overcoats.
Yep, that's right.
For
Basically, if it's in your closet and you don't need it anymore, pass it on to us, and we'll take it and sort it. And actually, we partnered with the Town and Country Clean here in our community, and so if it's a little soiled, it's dirty, they've agreed to take it and then clean it for us and then get it back to us so we can get it into the hands of somebody in need.
So they can be used coats.
Yep, it can be new or used coats. And obviously, if it's been way used, overly used,
Right.
then we wouldn't be able to pass it along to somebody. But if it's a nice coat and
Sure.
that, hey, somebody would really could benefit from this coat, then pass it along, and we'll get it into the right hands.
Do you have a particular number in mind that you hope to get this year?
Yeah, we shoot for about 100 coats, so that we can that pretty much ensures we'll get all the different sizes, and then we partner also with local churches. And if there is a run on, hey, we need a bunch of coats for 7-year-olds, some boys and girls coats, then we turn around and we'll partner with a local church and say, hey, can you get us about 14 7-year-old jackets that are of various colors, and then work with them and work them to connect to the specific school or something like that. So we did that.
So
last year, Sulphur Bluff School District called, and they needed a bunch of kids' coats. And so we partnered with a little church called Journey Baptist Church here in Sulphur Springs. And they went out and bought all new coats for them, and then took it up there and delivered it, and to make sure that those needs got met in the school. So sometimes we collect the coats and sort them. Sometimes we're just the connecting piece that helps to connect the school district with others that can provide specifically for that need.
yeah. So you got about 100 or so last year then.
Yeah, yep, that's exactly right.
Okay. So people can bring them to your office, which is on Gilmer Street, is it not?
That's correct. They can come by CANHelp, and they can either come in and bring them in. We've got boxes in there, or if they're in a hurry and just want to swing by, we have our new intake barn on the Davis Street side of our property, and they can just drive through and the bell will go off, and then we'll have some folks run out and just take them straight out of their hand. They can just hand it out their window and be on their way. And so we've tried to really make it easy for folks to drop off and to bring coats and really anything for that matter as far as the donations go. Can't help.
Right. Is there a deadline?
We're going to do this all the way up until Thanksgiving is going to be our the emphasis, but we'll take them anytime. I mean, so if it goes past that, then
Yeah.
don't say, oh, we don't know what to do with the coats. You can definitely still bring coats up here. We'll take them. And but by usually Thanksgiving, this we've had our big cold snap, and we've really been able to identify those kids in need or those folks in need.
Yeah.
And so, like this morning, we woke up, it was what, 52 degrees outside, or maybe in the 40s.
Right.
And
Right.
and so that really brings out the need whenever these first cold snaps hit. People come to the realize, oh, I need a coat. So and the school districts really are around here really care about kids, and they're all and those counselors, they take note of those kids that show up that don't have the proper clothing, and so they know to call us and we'll get it to them.
Brian, we're about out of time, but just mention that your Blue Santa program is underway, and we'll talk about that again another time.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, and appreciate that. And it's really the sheriff's department, our local law enforcement here. They push, and this is their program, and we just come underneath them and support the work of the sheriff's department to put on this Blue Santa program. And so the registrations have already launched. So if you need to get registered for Blue Santa, then come on up to CANHelp, and we'll get you registered.
And that's gifts for children at Christmas time?
Yes, sir. The sheriff's department, they raise funds and they take toy donations, and then they take those funds and they go out and buy all new toys for kids throughout Hopkins County.
Okay, good. We'll talk more about that another time. Good.
That'd be great.
So Brian Crump with CANHelp, thanks for having a second cup of coffee with us.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a great day.
Very good. I'm John Mark Dempsey. This is KSST.